All those people who through faith, by faith Noah built a boat, right? By faith Abraham went for a city whose builder and maker was God. By faith, it goes on, Sarah had her own faith and brought forth a son. By faith. And it gives us a cloud. When you talk about clouds, you're talking about people. When Jesus went up in Acts chapter 1, those were people who had gotten up out of the grave with him.
Yes.
Who became clouds of witnesses around him that he was the ascended and exalted one.
Yes.
So when you read about clouds, you can study it out. Go study it out in the scripture. He's talking about people. So when he speaks of clouds of witnesses, he's talking about all of the people who kept the faith and endured.
Yes.
Then he goes on, this is what blows your mind. He said, they all died without the promise.
That's true.
So they had to hold out through death. God, look, Jesus. Ask your neighbor, can you make it through the death process? Yeah. In other words, they all died not receiving. They completed it, the assignment. They did the work. I don't know if you hear me, but they died without
the promise.
Because the promise is dated.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's on a time to be released.
Yes.
Oh, but they had to endure through death. Look at this. Oh, my God. My God. My God, I'm preaching to me. Because you can't get the promise until the appointed time of its revelation. So they were still waiting on the promise, taking their last breath. Hey, said, my God, I didn't get to see it, but I know my Redeemer lived. They went in the grave, and sure enough, when it was time for the promise, he went down there after them. Can you endure death? He went down in the grave after them that died, waiting on the... My God, death meant that it looked like it was not going to be any hope. They were watching the devil walk around. He had the keys of death, hell, and the grave. He was the supreme authority in the realm, in the region where they were. But they still had a hope. Oh, God. And when the appointed time for the promise say, my God, on top side of the earth, the promise say it is finished, and left out of that body and went to them that died waiting on the... and walked in and say, I'm what you've been waiting for. I got what you've been looking for. And he made an open show of principalities, stripped the devil of the keys of death, hell, and the grave, and say, hey, we getting ready to get up out of here. You've been waiting on the promises here. Follow me. And Obadiah, Nahum, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Zechariah, Ezekiel, Isaiah, all them boys got up and said, we've been waiting on this. Oh, we've been waiting on this. And they got up and was seen walking in the city. Matthew 27.
That's scripture. Yes, it is.
Jesus. Tell your neighbor, I can make it through death.
I can make it death.
Because I have endurance. Oh my God, it's some great and precious promises. Oh my God. And when you look in your life right now, look like you in death. Your finances ain't working. Your relationship off kilter. You don't have one at all. And no hope of having one. No tea holder, no cup holder, no hand holder, no phone caller. Just look like everything is... Oh, yeah. You're working, but you still don't have extra money. Just praying and fasting. It looks like nothing is moving. And the heaven realm is... but if you endure the death, my God, at the appointed time, the promise is going to come in your dead state. Oh, my God. Tell somebody, don't count me out because I'm in a death state. Don't count me out. Because it look like stuff ain't working. Just because it look like it ain't moving. There's been an appointed time for the promise. And I just need patience because I've done the will of God for that. So the promise is going to come if it has to come into my death state. In my death state, I might experiencing a little death. Oh my God, the promise is appointed. The promise is appointed. The promise is appointed. Oh, just endure, endure, endure. You have need of patience. That after you've done the will of God, see? It say, let us throw off everything then that hinders. Let's get rid of everything that hinders. Sometimes it's a mindset. Oh, sometimes it's people in your life. Sometimes it's situations. Sometimes you have to throw off things that are familiar, that are comfortable. Sometimes you have to throw away stuff that you think you need. God ever asked for something you really thought you had to have, or you ain't been with God till he come after stuff that you thought you had to have, and he said, you don't have to have that. Give that to me. And you say, why I can't keep it? It ain't wrong. It ain't nothing bad with it. He said, I don't want you to have it because it's going to hinder you from getting the promise. Can you throw it away?
Jesus. Yes, Father.
He said, you get rid of the thing that hinder you. And also that sin that so easily entangles you. Now, everybody in here got a sin that easily entangles you.
That's right.
Whether it's being cornered, or confronted, abandoned, or feeling like you don't have any support. That's mine. You know, where's my help? That's mine. So easily entangled me. You say, why you say that's a sin, Pastor? Because from that point, I go into discouragement. I don't know if you understand. And agree with it.
Right. Yeah.
They said they were going to help me. Where are they? Why didn't it follow through? What did I need to do? God, when I worked for people, I was on the spot. I did above and beyond. I gave more. Aren't I supposed to reap? But I high sando. Yeah, you feeling that word, huh?